Well, days before TMC MP Mahua Moitra's scheduled deposition before the Lok Sabha ethics panel, her claim on Darshan Hiranandani's affidavit have fallen flat. Times Now has accessed businessman's affidavit, which confirms that the affidavit is notarized and signed by him. It reads that the affidavit has been signed voluntarily and is being submitted to the consulate officials in Dubai by Darshan Hiranandani. The document is signed on October 20th, 2023. Now remember, Mahua Moitra had questioned the affidavit, claiming that the PMO had forced Darshan Hiranandani to sign it and claimed it was neither on official letterhead nor notarized. In fact, even before the document was accessed, Darshan Hiranandani had dismissed Mahua's charge in an exclusive conversation with Times Network's Navika Kumar.
She had raised questions about your affidavit. First, she raised the question about the fact that it was on plain paper. Since then, of course, it's been notarized. She's also made some allegations about how this affidavit has been signed and written by you under duress. I want to ask you, Mr. Darshan Hiranandani, have you given this affidavit under duress?
Navika, the affidavit is signed by me voluntarily, no fear, no favor. Testimony of that is that I had it notarized at the Indian consulate in Dubai.
So you're saying Mahua Moitra is wrong when she says that this was an affidavit which was drafted in the Prime Minister's office and sent to you, and you were given 20 minutes with a gun to your head to sign it?
Navika, I can only say that this was clearly drafted by my lawyers based on my statement. Since I'm in Dubai, I had it notarized in the Indian consulate in Dubai. Then I sent it to the Privilege Committee of Lok Sabha and copied to CBI and Dr. Nishikant Dubey by email.
Now, remember that Mahua Moitra has admitted that she shared her login details with Darshan Hiranandani. Let's tell you what the laws say about sharing the ID and why it has not been advised. Email policy of Government of India. Here is the document and we are highlighting the excerpts for you. Users must ensure that the information about password is not shared with anyone, and Mahua Moitra has admitted to doing so. What is the password policy? The password policy says passwords shall not be shared with anyone. So details, login credentials cannot be shared with anyone, shall not be shared with PAs or secretaries. So you cannot even share it with your PAs or secretaries. That's what the rule says. Shouldn't be revealed unless permitted by designated authority. So the MPs cannot share their login credentials, details of their IDs and passwords with anyone, including their PAs and secretaries. And in fact, it should not be done unless it is permitted by a designated authority. That is what the Government of India's policy says about the passwords. And Mahua Moitra has admitted that she in fact has already shared it with Darshan Hiranandani. And that's not the only issue as far as this entire case is concerned. Remember, there are two sets of allegations. One, that she has shared her login credentials, and the other is that she has taken money and other gifts to pose questions. So these are two sets of allegations. She would be deposing before the ethics panel and answering those questions. After Mahua Moitra's admission that she did share her parliamentary login details with businessman Darshan Hiranandani, the BJP has taken a fresh jibe at Mahua Moitra. And at this point of time, we are also joined by guests. Let's open this up and go across to them. We have Barrister Kabir Shankar Bose, lawyer of the Supreme Court, and we have Manasvi Thapar, political analyst. Before we get into the political blame game, I want to bring in Mr. Bose. Mr. Bose, we just highlighted what the policy says in terms of sharing details of your ID and password. It's very clear that you cannot share it even with your PAs or secretaries, and cannot in fact reveal it till the time permission is given to you by a designated authority. Now, Mahua Moitra claims she already has shared and she's admitting it in public. So there clearly is a violation of that law, that norm, isn't it?
Not only a violation, I mean, it's a blatant breach of parliamentary sovereignty and her duties as a member of parliament. It is disgraceful as to what she's done. And just see her desperation. She's actually coming on record and saying that the Prime Minister has now made Darshan Hiranandani do this. I mean, does the Prime Minister of India, who has taken India to such heights, I as an Indian proudly can say this. And she's now saying the Prime Minister, it shows her desperation and therefore it shows her wrongdoing. If there was no wrongdoing, she wouldn't go to this extent, and she's not even faced the committee. She's taking dates. Let her come clean, let there be an investigation, and let the truth come out that there has been a quid pro quo. Now even Darshan Hiranandani has come on record to say it was voluntary, there was no duress. So let this game stop, let there be an investigation. And Mahua, if you're so brave in Parliament, come out and be brave here and face the inquiry. What is the problem if you've not done anything wrong?
Manasvi Thapar, Mahua Moitra has, always said that this is being done to shut her up. This is BJP doing a hit job on her. But look at what the policy says about sharing details of your login ID and password.
The question is to me?
Yes, Manasvi, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I think let the investigation be completely completed, and I think there is so much of things going around right now. We need to trust the ethics committee, and I don't know from where the documents are getting leaked from the ethics committee. Let us trust the ethics committee, which has been formulated, and let there be complete truth out by the report. And once that truth is out, we can all speculate. We would not. Anything, the reality would be in front of us. Right now, it's all speculation.
Okay.
Everything is in thin air. There's no point to discuss
there is no speculation.
We have a clear picture of what's happening.
There is no speculation about sharing your login and password details, isn't it? Because the policy says you cannot, and Mahua Moitra is admitting that she has. So there is no speculation about that.
No, I'm not going about the password sharing. I'm talking about the ethics committee being formulated. So I, as a citizen of this country, would believe my ethics committee, which has been formulated by the parliament. Let the ethics committee come out with a report. Until then, I think it is sub judice. We can have our own understanding of what was there, why was it shared, was it shared or not shared. So let there be a complete clarity with the report.
I want to bring in Mr. Bose. Mr. Bose, of course, the ethics committee is investigating the matter, probing the matter, and they will come out with a report, and one will have to go by what the report says. But I am here purely talking about what the policy says and what Mahua Moitra has done. Whether or not there's a violation, is that very difficult to answer?
There cannot be two views. It is crystal clear that there is a violation. I mean, the bylaws are absolutely clear that she cannot do this. She can't even give it to her secretary. But she's gone ahead, quid pro quo for expensive gifts. She's given it out. So there's no question that the rules of the parliament has been violated and she's in breach of it. There cannot be two views of it.
Right. So while, a direct link still has to be established, Manasvi, you're right. When it comes to allegations that she took money and expensive gifts in lieu of asking questions, that needs to be investigated by the ethics panel. But when it comes to flouting the norms, and like Mr. Bose has been saying, it's a breach, and the BJP alleges this is a issue of national security, the facts are out.
See, BJP alleging it because BJP is in power and Mahua Moitra is in opposition. They have the right to allege. But my pointed question, what comes to my mind is establishing quid pro quo is not my duty as of now or my responsibility. I would, if we as a parliament have given it to the ethics committee, let the report come out from the ethics committee and let there be direct linkage. Whatever are the allegations, let it be proved. And obviously, once the report is out, Mahua Moitra, if has to face some heat, will have to face some heat. You cannot take the parliament for toss, that's for sure. And having said what the BJP said, I would say my democracy is not so fragile that if Mahua Moitra gives her passport to someone, there is a national security threat. I don't believe that my democracy is so fragile, which the BJP is trying to point out. That is not the case. My democracy is very strong, anti-fragile. We are very strong as a democracy. But having said that, if ethics committee proves and believes and gives a report which is not in favor of Mahua Moitra, she'll definitely have to face the heat. But as of now, everything what BJP is saying, they should trust the ethics committee which has been formulated by the campaign of their own member. So, and all the members in the ethics committee are from BJP. So what is the hurry? Let the ethics committee come out with a proper report. Let us believe in the working of the ethics committee and let the report be out.
Okay.
Why do we want to have
Mr. Bose, Manasvi Thapar is saying don't jump to conclusions. Let the ethics committee do its job. Why are these allegations being leveled even before the ethics committee probes?
Can I clarify?
Yes.
We are not jumping into any conclusion whether or not there has been a quid pro quo. Let that be investigated. But it is absolutely concluded and it's conclusive that she has breached the parliamentary rules in as much sharing her passport and login ID. That is absolutely clear. So there's no, okay, when there's an investigation, it has to be a foolproof, a thorough investigation. That part I feel stands concluded. There's conclusive evidence. Whether or not she's taking expensive gifts, whether or not she's actually completely belittled the dignity of the parliament, whether or not there has been quid pro quo, whether or not there has been a breach of national security, all this will have to go into, the Committee on Ethics will go into it.
Right.
And for that, we are not jumping to any conclusion.
All right, Mr. Bose and Manasvi Thapar, thank you very much for joining us, for your time. With that, we're also taking a very short break on the broadcast. News and updates will continue.